Namaste. Welcome to the Devi Mahatmya Digital Temple meeting recording. This is the recording of the story that was read and discussed in the meeting. In the meeting, we read the story of Maa MahishasuraMardini, which is as follows. Long ago, the demonic forces of Mahisha, the buffalo demon, battled with the heavenly forces of Lord Indra for 100 years and defeated the gods. Cast out of heaven, the disposed gods appealed to Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva for help. Thereupon, a great radiance issued first from Lord Vishnu's angered face and then from Lord Brahma's and Lord Shiva's. Light also came forth from all the other gods and united into a fiery goddess, to whom each god gave a weapon or adornment symbolic of his power. Thus arrayed, she laughed thunderously and defiantly until the very universe shook. Hearing the disturbance, Mahisha and his demon hordes rushed to the scene and beheld the Devi Durga Mata in all her awesome glory. Millions upon millions of asuras attacked her, but she serenely cut through their weapons as if in play. Her exhaled breaths became her legions, and amid scenes of horrific carnage, the Devi stood victorious. Next, Ma Durga destroyed Mahisha's generals one by one until she faced the buffalo demon alone. With boundless anger, he pawed the earth with his hooves, bellowed in rage, and rent the clouds with his thrashing horns. Whenever Ma Durga struck him, he changed his form, from buffalo to lion, to man, to elephant, and back to buffalo, evading her death blows, until she leapt upon him, pinned his neck underfoot, and pierced him with a spear. Then, from his buffalo's mouth, Mahisha's hideous, true form emerged halfway, and the Devi Durga Mata beheaded him with a single stroke of her mighty sword. The discussion that followed the story was led by 4 guiding questions. Let us go through them one by one. Question 1. Why did the gods have to call upon Ma Durga to fight Mahishasura? Whenever evil prevails over good and upsets the natural order, the Devi, who is the divine mother of the universe, protector, and salvific goddess, intervenes. When the gods are defeated and disposed by Mahishasura, they call upon the divine mother, seeking her help and protection against the demon. On being called, the divine mother then emerges out of the bodies of the gods. However, it is important to understand that the Tejas, which emerges from the bodies of the gods, taking the magnificent form of the Divine Mother, is not the creation of gods, but her already indwelling presence in them. The Tejas that coalesces into the Divine Mother's magnificent form is her own power reuniting, which was previously fragmented among the various gods. This demonstrates that the Divine Mother is omnipresent, present in all, and all are nothing but her manifestations and expressions. Question 2. What does Mahishasura represent? The demon king Mahishasura's fury symbolizes the ego-based sense of attachment. His behavior embodies the guna of Rajas, which is the fiery, active energy that manifests as restlessness, desire, rage, and corrosive passion. Mahisha also represents more than anger. Whenever the Divine Mother attacks, he eludes her deadly blows by using the protective shield of his changing forms. Until he reveals his true form, he remains elusive and seemingly unconquerable. In the same way, human delusion dons an array of guises to mask and protect an ego ruled by attachment, aversion, and deep-seated fear. Personal demons will continue to bedevil in one form or another until recognized for what they are. Mahisha's unwillingness to reveal himself stems from a sense of self-preservation, and the Divine Mother forces the revelation by piercing his side with her spear, symbolizing the penetrating light of the higher knowledge. When Mahisha emerges in his true form, she decapitates him with her sword, which is a metaphor for viveka, the ability to discern between the apparent and the real, the transient and the eternal. Question 3. Why did Ma Durga use her weapons to battle and slay Mahishasura instead of annihilating him at once? It is first important to understand that the Divine Mother is benevolent toward the victorious and the wicked alike. Her grace is unconditional, even though its expression may take dramatically different turns. When battling evil, the Divine Mother confers her grace even upon evildoers. Instead of annihilating the wicked without hope of redemption, she purifies them by the touch of her weapons so that they may attain the higher worlds, even though they may have committed evil long enough to keep them in long torment. There is no annihilation or eternal damnation. Hell and even heaven are not places in which to spend eternity, but transitory states of punishment and reward between lives on earth. The Divine Mother does not blind the Asuras with the intense light flashing from her weapons, because she wants to reveal instead the salvific moon-like radiance of her face, which symbolizes the unconditional grace that excludes none. Whether chastening the wicked or blessing the righteous, her dual aspects evoke visions of incomparable strength, ravishing beauty, and infinite compassion. She is a fearsome warrior goddess intent on the victory of good over evil. She is also a loving mother, worthy of trust and devotion. Either way, she is beneficent, because even her horrific aspect leads the wicked to redemption. Finally, what does this story teach us about ourselves? The Divine Mother's slaying of Mahishasura symbolizes the conquest of ego-based attachment and all its consequent pain. The story also reveals an intimate connection between good and evil and the ego. The experience of duality and the finite selfhood arises from moha, the limitation of consciousness. Without a non-dualistic understanding, the presence of evil in the world remains a vexing question. The simple fact is that good and evil coexist in the relative world, and neither is possible without the other to define it. Practically and philosophically, evil is that which distances from the divine. Good is that which leads toward it. In addition, the story also teaches us that since good and evil exist only relative to each other, no evildoer meets with eternal damnation. In the end, all are assured of the Divine Mother's blessings. Please also let us know your answer to this fourth question in the comment section below. This brings us to the end of today's recording. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you found it insightful. Please subscribe for more. Jai Mata Devi Ki. Salutations to the Divine Mother.